Welcome! In this week's Forge tutorial, we'll be taking a look at Cura and the operation of our Monoprice Mini 3D printer. Though the build volume is much smaller than the Ultimaker S5, both machines use the Cura software to slice STL files, so we'll start by opening Ultimaker Cura. When you first open Cura, you'll see a virtual representation of your machine's print bed. Here we have our Ultimaker set up, and we can see the two nozzles of the Ultimaker here, looking at the filament type and whether we want to enable or disable a nozzle based on our print. In the upper left hand corner, we see the machine that's in use. We can go in here and we can change this to any profile that we set up. So let's check out the Monoprice Mini. Cura automatically shows a new representation of this machine, so we see a smaller print bed and only one nozzle. The Monoprice still has plenty of filaments to choose from though. Once you've chosen the proper filament, you can use your mouse or trackpad to zoom in on your model or rotate around the model so that you have a better view. Cura is going to take your STL files and slice them into layers of G-code that your 3D printer can read. So let's open an STL file now. After clicking on the folder in the upper left-hand corner of your Ultimaker Cura software, go ahead and pick your desired STL file and click Open. At this point, you can use the rotation and zoom to make sure everything looks good with your model. You can also open the Print Settings menu to make sure that you have support or adhesion enabled if that's something your print needs. Once you're satisfied with your settings, you're ready to click Slice and save to a desired location. You can save this file to your computer for later use, or you can save it directly to a removable drive. For the Monoprice 3D printer, we're using micro SD cards, so you'll need a micro SD card USB reader that you can stick into the computer. We've now turned that .stl file that you loaded into a .gcode file. Here's a quick look of the same process using the Ultimaker S5 build plate. As you can see, even though I switched to the Ultimaker build plate, the same model is still loaded, so I just have to click Slice again and save it to whichever file or removable drive I want. Now that we've got our .gcode file ready to go, we can take a look at the operation of the Monoprice Mini. If it's not already set up, you'll need to plug in the adapter to the rear of the machine and then flip the switch to turn on the Monoprice 3D printer. Now let's take a look at the control interface. You have three options: print, preheat, and move, and you use the knob to move between these options. Click the center of the knob as a button to enter one. If I click on print with no SD card loaded, you see there are no files to read. So we can push the button to exit, and now let's take a look at preheat. When you click into preheat, you'll see several options: nozzle, bed, start preheat, and back. By clicking on either nozzle or bed, you can choose your desired temperature for that element. The temperature of the element you selected will immediately begin to rise. Click on stop preheat to cancel. You can do the same thing with the bed and set your build plate temperature, and then back out or stop your preheat. So we'll back out of here and now take a look at move. Move allows us to control the three axes of our machine, X, Y, and Z, as well as the extruder, and has an automatic homing option. When you click on home, the machine will jog to its preset 0 position in the bottom left corner of the print bed. Now we can go ahead and load some filament. So we're going to go back to preheat and adjust our nozzle to the desired temp. For the PLA we're using, we're going to raise this temperature to 225, just for good measure. As the nozzle begins to preheat to 225 degrees Celsius, we're going to back out of this menu and go to Move. Now we'll select and click into the extruder option, but not turn the knob to extrude or retract just yet. We'll take the end of our PLA filament and clip a little bit off so that we have a nice clean 45-degree angle to feed into our extruder. Then we'll feed this through the top element, through the Bowden tube, all the way down to the extruder. When we can't push it any further, we've probably reached the hot end, and we can turn the knob to see if it will extrude. We'll extrude a little bit of plastic at a time just to make sure that everything is functioning properly. As long as the plastic is extruding with regularity, we're ready to load up our file. We'll take our SD card and put it into the slot that's located on the right side of the 3D printer. It will click in when fully secure. To eject the SD card, give it a gentle push in and it will click right back out. With our SD card loaded, we can go back to our print menu and click on our desired model. The 3D printer should automatically begin to heat up the nozzle and the print bed. It will also start its zeroing and homing routine at this point. Once this process is complete, the machine will begin to lay down the first layers of the 3D model. You can make lots of things with a 3D printer, like a rocket model, or maybe you want something a little bit more functional, like a pencil and pen holder. Or make a functioning carabiner to use as a keychain. This plastic is definitely not climbing safe. There are so many options. What will you choose to make? Thanks for watching, have fun, and keep making.